Good morning, Aram here. It's January 6th. It's the sixth day. Tomorrow is the seventh day of this year. I don't know. I like 7. I think that's a special day. I'm going to have something special planned for tomorrow. But until then, I'm going to talk about some other important matters. This is Pinocchio. My mother carved him for my oldest daughter, my firstborn child. His arms came off. I'm just going to leave him here for a moment because he's going to fall over. And this is his cricket, Jimmy. His conscience. She also carved him. I'm going to leave him here for the moment. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the crucifix. The crucifix, and ask an important question. Is the crucifix a doppelganger in the Trinity? I've drawn a picture. Here it is. The crucifix, a doppelganger in the Trinity? So here I've drawn the Trinity here. So here's Neanderthal father, Denisovan son, and sapien spirit. Here's Jesus in the Trinity. And these are nails, a nail in his hands, in his feet, 3. And he's basically murdered by the 3 kingdoms because it's necessary to tell a story of good and evil, a story that involves a crucifix, bad, murder, torture, and good, Jesus, sacrifice, forgiveness, held together, nailed together in a doppelganger in the Trinity by our Neanderthal father, our Denisovan son, and sapien spirit. People on the outside, they think, oh, I'm okay. Jesus suffered for my sins. We think we're free because Jesus gave his freedom for us. We think we're free. But we're not free at all. That's the doppelganger. This idea that we've somehow been freed because someone named Jesus gave up his freedom for us. I want to show you a couple other trinities here. Okay? This is the Trinity with the journalists in it. This is the one with our educators. Our educators are in the Trinity. They're bound in the Trinity. Our politicians are bound in the Trinity. Our business leaders are bound by the 3 kingdoms in the Trinity. Our fathers and mothers and our children are all bound in the Trinity. We are all bound inside the Trinity. So I heard an interview this morning. Journalists on the planet are having a really hard time because they're being rejected. Okay, no one trusts them and no one likes them. And I know it may seem like a bad thing that everyone's rejecting and kicking the journalists aside, but I want to show you why it's not a bad thing. It's important. It's really what's happening. It's a good thing for journalists. The journalists are being set free. Okay, here's the journalists here. They've been bound by the 3 kingdoms. The kingdom's hatred for the journalists will set the journalists free. It'll break the chains on their legs. It'll break the chains that bind their hands. It'll remove the nails. all of the alliances around journalists, all the control of the journalists will be irreparably damaged, and the journalists are going to be happy that they're free to speak truth, that they will be able to use their fists and their words and their feet and their fingers, that they'll be able to tell the truth. Business leaders are going to have to go through this. The educators are going to have to go through this. Everyone is bound in the Trinity on the crucifix. Now, Pinocchio, we're all Pinocchio. That's why Pinocchio's story rings so true to us, because we're all on strings. Pinocchio, I'm sorry his arms fell off, but this is Pinocchio. Strings on Pinocchio. Pinocchio wants to be a real boy. Just like journalists want to be real journalists. Real doctors want to be real doctors. Real leaders want to be real leaders. Real, fathers want to be real fathers. Mothers want to be real mothers. Children want to be real children. Cricket's been talking to us for a long time, whispering in our ears, telling us what the right thing to do is. Be good. Well, being good means breaking free of the Trinity. That's what being good is being liberated, breaking out. So with that, I'm going to let that just hang with you for a little bit. I'm sorry, journalists, you're having a hard time, but I just want to reassure you that it's the only thing that's going to set you free, to be rejected by the kingdom, because they are not your friend. They never were, and they never will be. You need to be independent. You need to think on your own, and you have to just do one simple thing: speak the truth. We have 3 fathers and 3 mothers. We are mixtures of 3 species: Denisovan Asia, Neanderthal Europe, and Sapien Africa. All the other truths will just fall into place. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.